It's a little unpleasant. But let's talk about the challenges that we've met, the progress we've delivered over the last 8 years. Because my story is your story, and I want to tell all of you what we've been able to accomplish for Louisiana by working together. And every single thing we've done, in contrast to what's happening across the country and certainly in Washington, D.C., has been on a bipartisan basis. Now, spoiler alert, we're going to wrap up, and I'm going to tell you that our state is much better off today than it was 8 years ago. And this is true. This is true in numerous critically important and objectively verifiable ways. And in fact, I'm going to tell you we're not just better, because in some ways that was a pretty low bar. We're the strongest and the best we've ever been in many, many of these measures. When I took office, the state had a $2 billion deficit and a grand total of $400 million in the Budget Stabilization Fund. I'm leaving with a balanced budget and more than $3 billion in 2 reserve accounts. The Budget Stabilization Fund, also known as the Rainy Day Fund, now by itself has $1 billion, more than it has ever had in our history. And there's another fund that didn't exist until 2016, and we created it. It's the Revenue Stabilization Fund. It has more than $2.2 billion in that fund. The news keeps getting better. Last year, we ran a $300 million surplus that will be available for the next governor and legislature. We have $91.4 million excess revenue in the current fiscal year, and the forecast for next year went up by $100 million. We have addressed the fiscal situation of our state. And simply put, we are in excellent financial shape. And these savings have been accomplished while we are investing in our critical priorities again. We're paying record amounts to the pension system's unfunded accrued liability. We're retiring debt. We're paying judgments. You name it. I want to talk about education for a moment. You know, the primary reason I ran for governor in the first place was because of those disinvestments. Well, we've given teachers a total of $5,300 in raises and $2,650 for support workers. We have significantly increased funding for early childhood education. In fact, more state general fund in the current budget for early childhood than ever in our history. And I'm gonna go off script for a minute. We all want better educational outcomes for our kids. If we will just keep investing in early childhood for a generation and see those kids get all the way through school, we will be there. We will be there. We're also making higher